Hey, how's it going, YouTube? Happy Sunday. Hope you're doing fantastic. Today, I wanted to do a quick review on a TP-Link. What was this? AC750 Mesh Wi-Fi Range Extender model RE230. Bought this on Amazon actually, and my wife and I we live in a three-bedroom, two-bath apartment, and the router is hooked up in the office, so the second bedroom, pretty much. And I don't know, maybe it's like maybe 40 feet from our master bedroom, and then our son's bedroom is, I mean, right next to this bedroom. They're both right next to each other. He was having connectivity issues, just to play Roblox, on his iPad or his phone, and even on his PlayStation. Even though the router is right next to the room, it just was not getting a strong signal. I mean, I think out of 3 or 4 bars that it shows available, it would have like 2 or 3. It didn't have the strongest signal, especially for being so nearby. For my desktop, I have it hardwired with the Ethernet cable, straight to the modem, right here in the same room. And so, wanted to give these a shot. Just kind of wanted to see. I saw that they extend the range. In the back it says, will extend Wi-Fi to your whole house. Works with any Wi-Fi router to eliminate Wi-Fi dead zones, which we definitely had, especially in our bedroom. It was like on our phones, especially if we were on Safari, or just like just web browsing, not necessarily on apps, but it just would not load. It would take a really long time. So right now, just set it up. It was a pretty easy setup. One thing with this model, there is another one that's available. I think I picked this one up. I picked up two of them, $26 each on Amazon. No sponsorship there, so I mean, I'll be honest with you. Just got them set up today. One thing to set these up though that I kind of didn't like was compared to the other model. The other model actually has a button that will actually link up to the Wi-Fi. And I was watching a YouTube video. Some guy, he was showing it, how to set it up, and it was probably about 6 minutes long. I forgot the guy's name, Lennon or something like that. He did a good job, just kind of showing to get hooked up. And so pretty much, for this one, it does have the Ethernet port, and so it actually had to be connected. From I mean, my experience right now was I had to actually have an extra Ethernet cable, which thankfully I did. I had two of them, to actually plug it into the Ethernet port to actually set the Wi-Fi up on this device, from the router. And then from there, having to use it on the app. I don't know if the other model requires that, but this one was all like app pretty much. Being on the same Wi-Fi network, and then setting it up and stuff like that. The first one was kind of a pain. It wasn't really connecting that well, and just even setting it up, because there's a button on the side of it, but it's a lock. But I have no idea what that is, so I was trying to figure out, like, how do you get this thing? I mean, you plug it into the outlet, but then it's like, I mean, what do you do from there? So the first one took a little bit of time. I don't know, maybe like 5 minutes or something like that to get it set up. Second one was a lot quicker. Just created the other login. What happens is each device pretty much becomes its own router or modem. It is extending it, but on the Wi-Fi networks, it actually shows it up as a different internet connection. So set one up in the living room. Set one up directly right next to my son's PlayStation. Actually hardwired it with the Ethernet cable. The running the connectivity test from the PlayStation, and said it was running at 60 megabits per second, which, to be honest, is kind of slow. Especially that it's hardwired. I don't know. I'll hard reset the PlayStation to see if it improves it. But the one in the living room, doing an internet speed test. I haven't done it on this one yet, but it was running at 150 megabytes per second, which is a lot better. We have Spectrum here, and here on the desktop, it does run about 230. Yeah, it's like 230 average. Sometimes a little bit above and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, so just real quick with my wife and I, we both experienced that same connectivity issue as far as on Safari, and trying to do web browsing. She immediately noticed the difference. Once we got her signed in right there, we're logged into the 5 gigahertz network over there, especially that it's closer. It's kind of a shorter range, but it's able to transfer data a lot quicker. This thing can handle up to 433 megabytes per second on a 5 gigahertz network, and then the 2.4 gigahertz, which is kind of like the longer range one, it could do up to 300. So I mean, it's cool. One thing that I did notice, reading some of the comments on the product on Amazon, was one guy, he said that he had rated it 4 stars for it working. I'll do another review maybe like at the end of the week, and then another one in the week after, just to kind of see an update to see how they work. But one thing I'm not gonna really check. I mean, it doesn't really bug me that much, but he was mentioning about the privacy, that apparently these bad boys, once you're hooked up with the Wi-Fi, they'll pretty much pull whatever data. I don't know. I didn't read the privacy policy. I don't know if any of you do, but that is one thing, to be aware of. If that's something that you're maybe aware of that you don't want to have happen, then maybe this isn't the product for you. And again, I didn't look into that, so do your own due diligence. But I just thought it was funny, reading that comment. I was like, oh, they'll pull names, addresses, email addresses, any information like that, basic information. I mean, probably web searching and all that stuff like that too. But besides that privacy issue, as of now, kind of first impressions, like real quick out the box, it seems to work. So I'll give an update on it, and we'll see how it goes. All right, but hope this is helpful. Yeah, I mean, if you go on, I'm not gonna put the link in of the product, to be honest, but that's the thing. TP Link, Mesh Wi-Fi Range Extender, AC750. We have a Linksys AC750 router, so that's why I got that one. But yeah, I mean, it gets the job done so far. So yeah, I'll keep you updated. We'll see how it goes, and yeah, I hope you have a great day. Okay, take care.